Sleep and creating your health blueprint. So what is sleep? Sleep is a fundamental and reoccurring state of rest that is essential for the well-being of living organisms, which does include humans. It involves the temporary suspension of consciousness and voluntary muscle activity with distinct stages like REM sleep, which stands for rapid eye movement, and also non-REM sleep, non-rapid eye movement. Throughout the night, we actually cycle through different stages, each contributing towards crucial physiological and neurological processes. Sleep is vital for the restoration of the body, including repair of tissues, muscles, and it plays a key role in memory consolidation, immune function, and emotional well-being. Now, we typically recommend that you get 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night. Chronic sleep deprivation can lead to various health issues, highlighting the importance of understanding and prioritizing this complex biological process governed by internal factors like your circadian rhythm and external factors such as light exposure and also your daily routine as well. So what is the importance of sleep? It's crucial for the brain and the body to recover or to rejuvenate. During this restorative period, the body actually undergoes processes that repairs tissues, consolidates memories, and regulates various physiological functions. We have a hormone called growth hormone that's released during deep sleep, and it contributes towards that repair and the growth of tissues and muscles. Whilst that's occurring, the brain actually engages in memory consolidation. It organizes and actually strengthens information acquired from that day. Adequate sleep is going to be essential for your recovery, promoting physical health, cognitive function, and your emotional well-being. And establish a consistent and sufficient sleep routine is going to be vital to support the body's natural recovery mechanisms. So we have a variety of different sleep stages. It's a dynamic process characterized by these stages, and each stage plays a crucial role in maintaining your overall well-being. So it typically consists of 3 main stages. We've got N1 and N2 represented in the yellow and the green. Then we've got deep sleep, which is N3. And then we've got rapid eye movement or vivid dreaming. So light sleep, which we can see in bullet point number 1, N1 and N2, yellow and green, typically lasts 4 to 7 hours. It's how we transition from wakefulness to a state of relaxation. N1 or light sleep is actually a brief phase where you may experience drifting thoughts and light muscle activity. N2 then follows. It's marked by a decrease in your core body temperature and the slowing of your heart rate. So the contraction speed of your heart starts to significantly reduce. These stages collectively make up a substantial portion of your total sleep time, and it contributes towards restfulness and initial recovery. We've then got bullet point number 2, deep sleep or N3, 4 to 7 hours. That's where we have slow wave sleep. This stage is where profound physiological restoration occurs. During this deep sleep, the body experiences a significant decrease in heart rate, blood pressure, and your overall metabolic rate. This is the time in which the immune system actually starts to strengthen, energy is restored, and the body undergoes crucial repair processes. Growth hormone is released. It aids in the repair and growth of tissues, specifically muscles, and it makes deep sleep indispensable for physical recovery. Bullet point number 3, we've got REM sleep represented in that dark blue section on the graph. That lasts roughly 1 to 2 hours. It's characterized by rapid eye movement, where your eyes literally do move like that. It increases your brain activity and vivid dreaming, while the body's in that state of temporarily paralysis to prevent acting out dreams. The brain is highly active. So this stage is essential for cognitive memories, consolidation, emotional processing. Now, REM sleep is thought to be crucial for learning and actually problem-solving skills, and the amount of REM sleep tends to increase towards the morning, and disruptions in this stage can actually massively impact your mood and also your cognitive performance. So when we actually understand and appreciate the different stages of sleep, it will highlight the importance and intricate dance of nature within the sleep cycle. A balanced distribution of these stages throughout the night contributes towards overall restoration in both the body and the mind, ensuring that optimal health and functioning during wake hours is 100%. Now, there are apps and devices that you can use to monitor your sleep. You can use an app like Sleep Cycle, which is something I most definitely use. It offers a clever solution to improve your sleep and also your wakefulness. The app actually analyzes your sleep patterns through breathing oscillations, then picks up moments when you're sleeping the lightest within a half an hour window that you define to rouse you gently. Then we've got an Apple Watch, a Fitbit, a Garmin that can estimate the time in which you spend during each sleep stage, REM, core, awake, and also deep. I use that myself. And then finally, you've got the Aura Ring, which delivers research quality data and has been validated against the gold standard sleep laboratory test. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. It's pronounced polysomnography. We almost got there. But again, together, these technologies provide a comprehensive understanding of how we can actually improve your sleep. Try and roll that off the tongue. Polysomnography. So what does sleep do? 5 stages. Think of sleep as your superhero. It does a bunch of important tasks and keep you healthy and also functioning well. It's going to strengthen and restore your immune and hormonal systems to keep you balanced to fight off sickness. It's going to boost your rest and digest mode in your body, which we label as the parasympathetic state, calming things down and reducing stress. Also gives the brain and the body a chance to recover and organize memories, helping you learn and remember things better. It's almost like a mental reset button. And then whilst you're sleeping, the body does repair work, releasing growth hormone so that we can help grow and fix tissues. So in simple terms, sleep is the body's way of doing the superhero tasks to keep you in top shape. What happens if you're sleep deprived? Well, insufficient sleep not only disrupts your body's functions and mimics chronic stress, but also has implications for fat loss. So when you're sleep deprived, hormonal imbalances occur. It affects hormones like leptin, which is the satiety hormone, ghrelin, which is the hunger hormone, and that can actually regulate your hunger and your fullness, and there can be disruptions in that. That can lead to an imbalance and increased cravings for high-calorie foods, cakes, biscuits, chocolate, sweets, because you need that sugar boost, because you're on a low battery life, and it can contribute towards the accumulation of abdominal fat. Moreover, the lack of energy resulting from poor sleep leads to hindering motivation, and also whether you engage in physical activity, makes it more challenging to burn calories and maintain a healthy weight. Now, to optimize fat loss and your overall well-being, it is really crucial that we do prioritize sufficient and quality sleep, get a consistent sleep routine, address those sleep disturbances, and ensure that you are aiming for around 79 hours of good quality sleep per evening. So we can break down what specifically affects sleep. There are 4 categories. We've got behavior, we've got feelings, we've got physical effects, we've got thoughts and worries. In terms of behavior, drinking alcohol or drinking caffeinated beverages, here we're going to learn about a term or a key word called half-life, which is defined as the amount it takes to reduce the concentration by half. So for any caffeinated beverage, let's say the half-life is 6 hours. If I've consumed 200 milligrams of caffeine at 2 p.m. in the afternoon, then by 8 p.m. that evening, I will have 100 milligrams of caffeine still in my bloodstream, which is keeping me awake. Then by 2 a.m., 50 milligrams of caffeine in my blood and also in my renal system, so my kidneys, and until I excrete that, it's going to be circulating around my body. So it is really important to have a cut-off time in which you ingest alcohol or perhaps caffeine. Eating large meals, again, the body needs to differentiate between what type of activity it's undertaking. Is it going to be producing the hormones to get you a good night's sleep, such as serotonin, melanin, melatonin, or is it going to be busy moving food throughout the gastrointestinal tract from your mouth to your anus and actually mechanically breaking that food down whilst you're trying to fall asleep? 9 times out of 10, it needs to move the food out that gastrointestinal tract towards the large intestine so that we can excrete it, which is why we tend to go to the bathroom in the mornings. Napping during the day, lots of screen time late at night, that's going to disrupt your circadian rhythm and whether you're able to fall asleep and also your wake sleep cycle. Feelings, if you're feeling anxious, restless, or worried, I definitely recommend that you grab a notepad and pen, link that to thoughts and worries. If I don't sleep tonight, I won't get anything done tomorrow. Just journal down 3 things, the top 3 things on your mind that you need to tackle for the following day. Physical effects, if you've got chronic pain, you're needing to use the bathroom at night, poor breathing, for example, if you have a bad cold. The environment in which you sleep is significantly important for that. We spend a lot of time sleeping throughout our lives, so invest in a good quality mattress and also good quality pillows as well. Also, blackout curtains or blinds, or keep your bedroom at a regular or cool temperature, just that you're able to tell the brain and the body that this is the place that it's time to relax, it's time to recover, and it's time to get a good night's sleep. So here's some tips for improving your sleep. Be aware of your body clock. Go to bed at the same time, wake up at the same time. Might seem very, very simple, but again, we're just training all of those little workers to be in tune with when we actually need to wake up and when we need to go to sleep. If we are busy scrolling on our mobile phones, that stimulation of blue light is actually going to block a hormone called melatonin, which is produced by the pineal gland to be able to get a good night's sleep. So again, going to bed at the same time, waking up at the same time, eliminating any sort of electronic device usage is going to be very, very important. Follow a clear routine before going to bed. This is what I call the rule of 3. So set your bedroom up. That's number 1. So whether it's a summer duvet or a winter duvet, then have a hot shower or a hot bath. That's number 2. That's going to help to reduce your core body temperature and actually signal to the brain that it's time to go to sleep. And then number 3, your attire. Do you have pajamas that you wear to go to bed? Again, that's going to tell the brain and the body that this is the type of activity that we're about to engage in. Therefore, it can switch off anything that it's processing to be able to get a good night's sleep and actually recruit, if we refer to the London Tube network, all of the trains back into the station. Thoughts and worries. Grab a notepad and pen, an A4 sheet of paper, pop it down, and then address it for the following day, because you can't control what you're thinking, but what you can do is actually action how you're able to control it. So if it's 10, 11 o'clock at night and you're worrying about what's going to be happening next Friday because you've got a work due, or perhaps you've got a promotion coming up and you need to be able to hit certain KPIs, you can't control that right now because the focus should be getting a good night's sleep, but you can write it down and that can alleviate some sort of stress or worry. Behavior, limit your caffeine and alcohol intake. Don't exercise late at night because, again, we want to transition from that sympathetic state to a parasympathetic state. Same with eating a large meal late at night or using any electronic device. We want to tell the brain and the body that now it's time to get a good night's sleep. Keep your bedroom well ventilated and a regular cool temperature. That is very, very important. So if you sleep with the fan, sometimes white noise can massively help. For others, perhaps not. Do limit light and noise. Avoid distractions. So have a clear-cut routine from the moment that you get up, you decide you're going to bed, and then you get into bed, and then you fall asleep. Make your bedroom comfortable. Try to keep your bedroom a place for sleeping only as well. And it's not only for sleep, but also different environments have different roles. Eating at the dinner table is where you're going to be eating your meals. Sitting in front of the television is perhaps when you have social interaction with your family. Sitting behind your desk is when you're going to be working. If you start to intertwine two activities together, for example, you're eating in front of the television, you're solely focused on what's on the TV rather than what's going in your mouth. It's the same with trying to be productive behind your computer, yet you've got the television on, perhaps you've got music on in the background. The brain cannot focus as intensely as it should. So the circadian rhythm is a biological rhythm or a natural cycle of alterations in the body's function and also chemicals. And it also functions like an internal clock located in the brain near the eyes, which we can see on this diagram here. And it regulates other clocks within the body, so digestion or even excretion. We've got some thumbs up going there. There are 4 primary biological rhythms. We've got the circadian rhythm, which is the 24-hour cycle. That looks at physiological and also behavioral change. We've got the binaural rhythm, which is synced with the day-night cycle, affecting our sleep, but also our wake patterns. We've also got the ultradian rhythm, which is shorter, more frequent cycles than the circadian rhythm, such as the stages of sleep, so N1 and 2. Last, we've got the infradian rhythm, which lasts longer than 24 hours, with the menstrual cycle being a prime example of this. Every 30, 31 days, you ovulate. Now, these rhythms are actually crucial for maintaining our overall health and well-being, and they can be trained. So, going back to what we were talking about, the body, to be able to get a good night's sleep, is going to produce a hormone called melatonin. However, it's unable to produce melatonin if light is passing through the eye, hitting the optic nerve and hitting the part of the brain in which it needs to be produced. So I want you to think of it as almost like a reflection or a glass. If there's no light, then the brain signals to the pineal gland, specifically a little worker, which I like to call the suprachiasmatic nucleus. That's a bit of a tongue twister, to be able to produce melatonin, to be able to fall asleep. However, if we've got stimulation of light, it's not going to produce it, or if it does, it's just going to be reflected or blocked by glass.